everybody. My name is Sasha and I would like to make a video. Today's topic is on letting go, which is a big one. In many ways, most likely having children is the biggest lesson on letting go and surrendering and going into that soft space where we are not in control, where we might not get it right, where we might feel that we are not the best at something, because really there's no equation. Up until this moment, there seemed to be an equation to getting it right. If I studied enough, I got a good grade. And if I worked out enough, I got muscle. And if I opened my heart enough, I felt love. And then all of a sudden you get this little critter, and the critter does not come with an instruction manual. And I remember feeling really out of control. I still feel out of control, obviously, but in the beginning I remember feeling overwhelmed because I figured I would see some kind of pattern. And when you see a pattern and it repeats, it gives you a sense of, okay, repetition. Oh, I see what I should be doing now. I see a pattern, but I wasn't seeing one, and it was freaking me out. Of course, the pattern emerged, and let me tell you, once it emerges, enjoy it for the little time that it is there, because boop, changes. My baby's only 11 months old tomorrow, and I've seen a pattern change a few times now, but that's also what I hear from parents with older kids, is that just when you think something is smooth sailing, it changes up. And here it is, he's starting to walk, and his eating and his sleeping schedule is starting to become different. So everything that I was kind of depending on before in terms of time and schedule is almost feeling like back to square one. And it's hard not to get down at that moment, but I just have to remind myself that I just gotta let go of and let go to see the new pattern emerge, not clench to the old pattern. I think letting go has a lot of different meanings when dealing with children. I definitely want to talk about letting go with being the best mom, and how that could be a sort of prison. Actually, there was an article in the Times Magazine, I wish I had it, it's downstairs, about just that, about how this image in our society of the perfect mom is kind of killing us, and is putting a lot of stress and unnecessary expectations on us, and it's not doing anything good for us at all. So being a perfect mom, what does that mean? It means, you got all your things in order. It means that when that baby has a little spit up, you have a little napkin to wipe it. It means that when someone comes over to your house, it's clean, the toys are in their toy corner or whatever. It means that when the baby's hungry, the baby is already eating in process. And when the baby's tired, baby's already in process of sleeping. And yay, that would be wonderful, I guess. But then at the same time, it's such a, of course, there's the whole breastfeeding thing. If you're a perfect mom, you're breastfeeding for 2 years, and you definitely have a natural labor, and like all these perfect things that are just not going to happen. And we have to face it, and we have to face those emotions that we are the mom that we are. And the bottom line is not really how we're getting there. I feel that probably the bottom line is just love and time. Your baby interprets love. Your baby spells love, Time. So sometimes, you're going to have a little bit more time with that baby, and sometimes you're going to have less. But the time that you do have with that baby, make it wonderful for the both of you. Don't worry about cleaning the house and making everything else look like it's in order. If you have that time, use that time with, be with your baby. That's kind of like the bottom line, because everything else is going to be disorderly. And I'm talking to myself as well, because I'm a huge perfectionist. And it's an issue, and it's a big source of sadness and anxiety and fear for me. So yeah, letting go of that is going to be the biggest lesson in my life, most likely. Also, a huge part of being this perfect mom and being this perfect parent is that we tend to take on a lot of responsibilities and duties because we truly believe that we can do it better. And what happens when we truly believe that, and when we pile on our table all of the things that we can do really, really well, is we have no time for ourselves. And this is kind of a crucial part of just being a healthy human, is you need time to self-care. Whatever that self-care is for you, whether it's a little meditation, a little yoga, going out with your friends, having an hour of sleep, a little nap, whatever, sitting in a bath, whatever your self-care is, reading a book, it's vital. And what I've noticed that what I was doing in the beginning is I was kind of taking the role of, I could probably do it better, so why don't I? And taking those roles away from not only the people that came to help, but also my husband. So if your partner is getting those messages all the time, like, I got this, I probably could do it better. One, they're not getting the training to become, literate with this baby. You're not giving them a chance. Literally, you're taking that relationship away, and then you're not giving them the practice to make them better, because they can know how to be with your baby also. And this is huge. There are times when I have to tell myself, don't say what you're about to say, which is usually along the lines of, are you sure that is the right thing? Are you sure? He likes it like this. You know what he probably wants right now? It's like these statements that I could read the baby's mind, and I know this baby, but you obviously don't. And that is really horrible messaging. So I tell myself, don't say that. And literally, let it go. Walk the other way. Let that person be with your child, especially if they're your partner. Okay? Especially if they're your partner. I understand, watching your mother-in-law and shaking your head a little bit like, ugh, I get it. Even though they have a lot of experience, their experience a lot of the time is based on hearsay, not science. And we live in a world of science now, and there's a lot of research and a lot of studies on, all the hearsay isn't valid anymore. Anyway, but with your partner is that baby's second god. And when you see your partner doing their, exploration and getting to know their baby, back off. Back off, sister. Let them do it. Surrender. Let it go. Inside, there's a voice that you could do it better. I know, because that baby came out of your womb or got cut out of your tummy, whatever, however that baby came to life, that baby was inside your body, and you already feel perhaps like a stronger connection, maybe not. But you gotta let it go anyway, because that baby is gonna be in this family, hopefully, for a long time, and you do not want to be the sole provider of all things for the rest of your life, living with a person who doesn't know how to, doesn't have the courage to even try because you've been taking it away. So watch that, Missy. Okay, especially if you're breastfeeding. That's hard because you're breastfeeding. You're always having that bonding, constant bonding. And the father or the partner doesn't. So you're going to have to create time for that baby to bond with your partner. And it's really important that you give your partner positive reinforcement. I'm going to do a whole video on positive reinforcement. Saying nice things, nice words, positive words, So with my husband, in my experience, he definitely put his foot down also. When he noticed that I was acting this way, he told me to back up, which is good to hear, because I'm one of these people that I need to be told. And he's a strong personality, so the job was kind of done for me, but for a lot of us the job has to be done by us. So especially the strong ladies out there. And also what I've noticed is in this manner of taking on the role of being the giver of all things to this child, we end up being these like martyrs. We end up putting ourselves and our self-care so last that we are suffering in a prison that we self-created. And there's nobody to blame for that once it happens. So I'm telling you to be careful, because that prison is a lonely place. It's a lonely place. Okay? How can you allow your partner to help? Can your partner take the first shift before work? Don't feel bad about it. Feeling bad about it is what is going to get you into a prison. You need a break. Can your partner come home for lunch and relieve you? Can you have a babysitter or somebody watch the baby for a couple hours to relieve you? Is it worth the money? Most likely, if your sanity is involved. Can somebody in the family move closer for a year? Can you make some moves where you are taking care of yourself and not torturing and martyring yourself? Because that's what I see also. We get into these roles, and then a year later we're like, how did I get here? And it's tough. It's tough because sometimes the father or the partner is not around, and et cetera, et cetera. You got to create some kind of system where you get some kind of relief. You know, and I give it to the mothers who have zero help. I honestly cannot imagine that. It is a lonely place. And if that is, you know, that is a life that you're living, I would say that you have to reach out to other mommies and create some kind of network. You know, there are mommies everywhere. They might not be your family, but there are mommies everywhere. And even an hour or two with an adult while the kids play and you talk and let it out and, you know, release and let go of the things that are in your mind is like a therapeutic healing. There's no real reason to be alone completely. If you are alone completely, it's because you put yourself there. You know, reach out, create a meetup group, post it on Facebook, create a YouTube channel, do what you got to do, check out Craigslist, go to the park, meet the mommies, go to the library, meet the mommies, set up some dates. You know, it's a vulnerable place. Yeah, we all have to choose now to be vulnerable instead of being alone. It's vulnerable to ask a stranger, like, oh, tell me about your situation. Would you like to, you know, have lunch once in a while? You know, have some adult time while the babies play. Yeah, it's a vulnerable place, but we have to do that. This is the school of all things. The school of letting go, vulnerability, right? But yeah, my advice would be to practice letting go of control, of being perfect, doing it right. Let go of being a martyr. Let go of I can do it all by myself. Let go of, you know, of this, of the lonely existence that we create for ourselves. And let go of the the expectations. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? You know, we can only do our best, right? And you know, the best school, the best outfit, the best situation does not guarantee anything at all. There's zero guarantee in anything. So just do your best and give a lot of love and a lot of time, because that it seems is the, you know, the bottom line. You know, and have a wonderful day. Remember, you're a great mom and you're a great dad and you're doing the best that you can. And yeah, namaste.